Okay, this is the Madonna House Chapel, currently looking at the east wall, and that wall is where we're planning on putting the altar. So the issue with this wall is that the solution that we came up with for this wall is that this will all be drywalled, so that we don't have to worry about skim coating and any peeling, but just drywalled. And then on either end of this wall, we will finish it to 4 feet of finished plaster, so that in the center, we'll put in the velvet drape as the backdrop, so that the crucifix will be jetted out through that. So Barry is getting the estimate on it. In this lighting system that's here, suggesting that we get a lighting consultant come in, because what we should do here is have some type of maybe 2-track lights like we did at St. Peter's, and LEDs, and so the lights can be adjusted so that they're pointing at the crucifix as well as at the altar and where the lectern would be. So we need to get a lighting consultant for that. So again, this wall will be drywalled by a contractor here in Freeport. We're getting an estimate on that. And it will be drywalled up to this buttress here. The rest of this room, this happens to be the entrance to the room. As I go around the room, the walls are not as bad, but the estimate is going to be for total skim coating of this wall and a smooth finish on this wall throughout the room. Also going to be skim coated onto the ceiling, so that again it will be a smooth finish, so that it can be finally painted. The lighting system in the rest of the ceiling here, again, we need this consultant to come in to design this room from a lighting perspective as to what we need. Barry, the other friend of the Madonna House, is going to be checking with a contractor that has the connections with Commonwealth Edison to put in LED lighting and reduce the cost. This happens to be a doorway that leads to the outside. It's currently stuck, but it does need to be fixed because we do need an egress in this room. So that is one of the projects that we have to scope, and probably can be done by the Joes. All the windows will need to be opened up and make sure they open, and also make sure that they lock, and also work on the screens there. This part of the wall has been opened up to expose this pipe, because to make sure that it was not leaking. So the contractor who's doing the estimating on the skim coat, we will have them box this in so that they don't have to try to patch that and expose that pipe, but just to box this whole area in all the way to this section here. So that would make life a little bit easier. Also, there's a jetted clean-out vent here, so when they box it, they will include that, but put a little trap door in there so that they know that there's a vent there. Obviously, repairing the rest of this wall as part of that skim coating quote. This was for the old radiator system. It's not needed, so that needs to be patched and pipes cut, patched, and again, skim coated clean. The flooring here is terrazzo, and the terrazzo is in good shape. I'm not quite sure if this is a concrete section here. There's a couple of spots where we have that, but to get an estimate, I'm going to call my contact at Dagnolo's and see if they can help us here. They were the ones that helped us in the St. Elizabeth Center. They came in and buffed it out. So part of the concept here is to either cover it in carpeting or expose the terrazzo and put down some carpets in the appropriate areas. So again, looking at the area where the altar would be, considering building a platform like was built for the St. Peter's Chapel, so that the altar is elevated. Sister wants the altar to be, wants the priest to be facing the congregation when he does the consecration. So that will be, we'll have to decide whether we really need a platform or not. And I'll send pictures of what the St. Peter's project looked like. But all in all, between Barry and Jay, we're going to check on contractors here, get an estimate on this skim coating and plastering. That's not for us. It's not for the Joes. I think we'll decide exactly what we're going to be doing, but we can do some pre-work here and then scope this out and get started. That's it.